In this Jedi Survivor video, I will be showing you some changes that have been made to the game as part of today's update. Before we do get into it though, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future news updates for this game. So as I mentioned in my previous video, today a brand new update released for the game for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. The PC patch will be releasing at some point later this week. I'll have another video on that when it does release. It comes in at just over 1GB on PS5, so nothing too big to download, whereas on the Xbox Series X side, it comes in at nearly 27GB. Look, I know some people will be thinking, why is there such a big gap between the PS5 and the Xbox download? Basically, they've just had to change a bunch more files on the Xbox side of things. Pretty much all of the changes and fixes are pretty much the same across the board between the two platforms. It's not about how much stuff they add to the update, it's just how many files they change. I have to keep saying this because people seem to think there's a conspiracy that they're just purposely increasing the size of the game or adding secret content in the background. No, none of that's true. Just how many files they've had to change on the Xbox version compared to the PS5 version. At the end of the day, the Xbox version is in a worse shape than the PS5 version, so this does make sense. So an actual physical addition that you can see clearly in this new update is some new messaging when you're in battle and trying to use BD1. When you press down on the D-pad, it will say unavailable in combat, similar to what we've seen in other parts of the game, so this now applies to BD1's visor and abilities when you're in any form of combat. Most people just care about performance though, and this patch doesn't seem to really improve performance much at all on consoles. It's mostly focused on PC, which is by far having way more issues than console. According to some users, screen tearing on PS5 has almost been eliminated. It's nowhere near as a big deal, so that is good to see. I just can't confirm it because I don't own a PS5. I am showing you a side-by-side of me running through Rambler's Reach on the Xbox Series X pre and post patch. This is on performance mode. It is not a locked 60 frames per second. However, there is some improvement. I do feel like it's gotten better by a few frames. If we slow down the footage a bit, you can just see how more smooth it is. I don't have the tools to do proper performance monitoring, unfortunately, on Xbox, so it's just gonna have to do this way. The patch notes also mentioned some improvements to text scrolling. I thought it might be this sort of text scrolling as part of the tactical guide, but it doesn't feel or look any different to me. So I'm not quite sure whereabouts that has been improved on the Xbox side. Because I don't own a PS5 and I know most of you do, I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you are feeling about the updates down in the comment section below, because then I can get a better idea and understanding as to just how well this update is doing, or not at all, because in the last update it actually made performance worse by a frame for a lot of people, so yeah, hopefully it is better, but I'm not expecting big performance improvements in this patch. It's most likely going to be in the next update for console, whereas the PC is going to be getting what hopefully is going to be a big performance boost later this week. If you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like to help support the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss any future news updates about this game, and if you did miss any of my previous videos, do click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.